Family Leonardo, me Nasila did on multimedia, the CEO voice of Salone. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring on the latest news what they happen around Salone, whether it be politics or any other news them, what they happen or gossip, what they bring out to live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You wanna touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salone or also the on Instagram Voice of Salone. Please family, and don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
This now on a program again, Salone CashBox. The family, today now the 6th of February 2025. February 6th, 2025. The people in the Salone today, I want to talk about, the promised land. The promised land. And I want to use the Bible, for able relate this story about the promised land. Me Salone people, when I believe most of we in Salone, because no matter how bad off we don't become, for forget about God, we were raised up that way. They raised we up in that godly manner. Whether or not where we all now we decide for go we own way. But I want to believe 98% of people na Salone. Whether if even your mama and papa don't be they go church, but the community they make you go church or mosque. The community. Whether your mama and papa don't be they go church or mosque, they know they beleng, they know they tabule. The community they make you follow for go church or mosque. Where they say it takes a village to raise up a child. So Salone people, I want to talk about the promised land where Moses or Musa not be ever able for step into. But we see the likes of Caleb and Joshua. I need for such, how Caleb and Joshua called in Islam. What is it called? Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I think it's called Caleb. The Salone people, also we see Caleb, Caleb, and Joshua. I need for look waiting, This that enjoy this about sometimes these things because you see you kind of like they search about things them way like you not be know. It's called Yusha. You see, Salone people, Caleb and Joshua, Caleb and Yusha. That's the Quran. And then Musa, when they begin the mandate for take the children of Israel into the promised land. The land where they self-aware. They send spy for go look at this land. And some people, the interesting thing, when Moses sent the spy, he sent 12. 12. The 10 came back with like waiting, like the they see the giant men they saw, like in this promised land, the land of Canaan, I believe. The 10 out of the 12, only 10 came with negative reports. Only 2, Caleb, and Joshua, Yusha. Then only those 2 that they come and say, regardless of waiting, how gigantic these people are, God don't tell we say this is not the promised land. Those were the only 2. We believe in the promise of God. You see, Salone people, you know, one side, I think in the book of Numbers, he say Numbers, I think in like one side in the book of Numbers, he say he say like he also promised that every person 20 years old or older would die in the wilderness and would not see the land, with 2 exceptions, Caleb and Joshua. Why? Because my servant Caleb has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly. Caleb gets different spirit and they follow God wholeheartedly. You see, Salone people, I don't want to talk now about for say, oh, we will believe in democracy and all that in the day. But you know why me God say in Caleb, they follow him, they get different spirit and they follow him wholeheartedly? Like all the children of Israel, the 40 years they were in the wilderness, they did not follow instructions, principles, laws. God in law, they don't follow him. They were disobedient. They were disobedient. I think Joseph Earls gets a song where I think disobedient child or something like that. I'm sure. I'll look for it. You see, they did not follow the principles of God. Salone people, you know, the reason why I emphasize about the principle, you know, of God. Now, because you see, when you follow and stand on the principle where guide we, the principle of God. Look, I'm not being, you know, kind of like, you know, the try for kind of like blaspheme the word of God, the word of Allah. I'm not being blasphemous at all. But I relate the story of, like, you know, Caleb and Joshua, the promised land, into this, you know, scenario about believing in the principle of democracy. You know, Miss Salone people, the reason why Caleb, even Musa, where God, imagine Moses with everything where he don't do. But Moses be the grumble. He acts the worm. He the vex. Because when the people don't grumble, say, the reason why make Moses no step na the promised land, Musa no step na the promised land, it wasn't directly because of disobedience. It is because it kind of like, you know, disappointed with the people them where no they listen to instructions. And then some of them things that we don't learn from and say, yeah, with the bio unate, we reach that promised land. Look yourself, are you Caleb, or Joshua? Yosha. Are you Caleb or Joshua? Are you, Caleb or Yosha? Look yourself. Do you follow God in principle? When it comes to Salone, do you follow democracy? The reason you say, listen, they're on a Aita Banda, they are on a country, Richard Conte. One of una Aita Bandas them, the PhDs them, the PhD them. Why make them guy they are? Why I can listen? I can just set me, I listen to them. The nonsense. I mean, the way me take them out and man they are, me too know them. You know what I mean? You see, Salone people, me, I need a force for make una respect me or una take me. You choose. You choose. Now this tell him you say, you choose. Choose for me. But you see, Salone people, that guy there, like, wait again, this guy, Ibrahim Bangura, I don't even they call them doctor. Because they don't deserve to be called doctors. Academic doctors. They don't deserve them. They don't deserve them today, they don't deserve them tomorrow, and they don't deserve them. They go next wall. Imagine this Ibrahim Bangura also. They talk, say, in do, like, in get PhD, and then they lecture peace and conflict. You see, this is some of the double standardness with this all, sometimes, una within our APC. When, David Francis Kawiti, peace and conflict, where he studied, where the lecture, now Bradford University. You guys were having a go at him. Say, I go talk about, say, do peace and conflict. Look how Salone day. The same Ibrahim Bangura now, one of the APC them. Now, you don't cancel with peace and conflict back. Imagine this person, even me, where Nakakabele, I know that if the justice no day, peace no go day. Now the conflict, now ain't go take, now ain't go. It's like I said, then guy they are the conflict side, now the expert in. Nonsense. Stupid. I don't get no respect for them. They are talking about peace and conflict, but bring the principle we're all we together. The principle of democracy is being bastardized every day. Where, like, flagrantly, they actually kind of like make an election, not call the result. And this guy will study peace and conflict. They're not the bandwagon for make we left and so. They see and say, this now bubble where they wait for boss. This Ibrahim Bangura. Where they say they want to be flag bearer now for APC. May God make this APC in the worst pass. I listen to Richard Conte, they talk about how the cocaine, they say like another passenger be there at the vehicle, the government not tell them who the passenger ate, they not tell them who that load the car, waiting be there at the load, and all this nonsense. Richard Conte, shut up. Shut up. Some of una small picking them. Una yoni, una ant in the eyes of people. Like in the eyes of me. Una not to even injure yoni. Una na sugar ants. They are penny one. Because they talk about say, oh, they're not showing. You try for talk about like principles them where the government for don't put in place, steps them where they for don't put in place. Like shut up. You left an election when they conduct an election. When they conduct, they don't do the right thing them. They don't take the necessary steps them. Before that, all they say will move to 2028. All the way to they talk so right now. Now that 2028 don't set, and because of this drugs scandal, when they see and say, 2028 now regime change. Do you guys know democracy not a regime change? Democracy not get regime change inside it. It's not democracy, it's not regime change. Stupid. Think I can make people some people look, I have absolute respect for big people. But me, big person, we no want respect. Paddy, let me cook that bolo pap for them. Let me give them respect. Let me give them respect. They get there, they destroy lives. They don't deserve to be respected because they're killing youths. That are responsible. They dog there. That are responsible for make. They're all party to it for make drugs. They don't embolden Maada Bio. Ibrahim in favorite, first way can they use Maada Bio not destroy Salone by himself. It's not possible today. It's not possible tomorrow. It just tell like where these guys not cool that they set against them. Just like when they be free, Paulo Conte. They say like one person, they commit coup. No, they commit treason or so. Now the same thing. This coup where Maada Bio de panso, not only one grain. These very APC people embolden this man. They have power. Now, we are not embolden this man to the extent that it large, like a whole, drug lord. Now we country. Then now one can begin to talk nonsense about the Guinea. Oh, why make they not show me this? Why make they not show me that? Now, you want to ask the question, why make they not show the result? You same one being part of the tripartite. And look where this guy they talk nonsense. This person before the tripartite starts, they don't begin to talk saying John they wait for when the tripartite done. So Salone people they don't forget about that. Salone people but una safe. Una get problem. I wanna go tolerate people like that, more man like that. We don't tell una, they make tripartite, they go and fake. Before the thing not even started, they say John they wait for me, then John they wait some more for me the trap. Una don't forget quick. Una don't forget quick. Then they wait some more for me the tripartite done. They can't lie say that somebody no more will just come join them. But the person confirm and say when they even discuss the previous day, he say Richard Conte, tell them. Now the person that they will join them just randomly. Some people why? Una say big. No, they cause una trouble them. No, they cause harm. Some people look, the promised land, hey, Salone, now promised land. Hey, Caleb and Joshua, you know what they say? They say the land where they flow with milk and honey. Salone people, if you not understand what in Salone made up of, when that guy they had to destroy so delicate today. Hey, that land where the Canaan where flow with milk and honey, they not the people that will be they live inside there. Never enjoyed that milk and honey because their reputation, they were not supposed to be there. Their reputation was in tatters. Their reputation was damaged. This is waiting to go on Salone. A land where they flow with milk and honey, but the people will occupy them wrongly. They make that milk and honey they turn water, it expire. I was talking to somebody today where we talk about, like now, lithium, where very, very high price commodity. When we talk about the Bank of England, it rates cuts but I'll discuss it at some point. Lithium, very, very high commodity. Apparently, like they don't even say Elon Musk gets a project now. They say lithium boku na Mars, planet Mars. Lithium boku de. Then they try for Fenway now how for begin going to Mars for go get lithium. Imagine Africa now gets boku lithium. The same thing like diamond. Yesterday, I've been listening to news like about lab diamonds. They become very popular now. Now, so we go see, don't say, we never perfect, we never war, we put people like Maada Bio, Richard Conte them, Kelfala Magada, Ibrahim Bangura them. They know 6 months a man there. We don't even know. Shishi, Kobo, nothing. Now, so we go make they destroy with image, when they make dents in there. By the time Elon Musk enter in Mars, that's it now, the lithium within Africa, no get better price again. No get better price again. You see, Salone people, I saw they listen while we say and Camaremba, when they talk about this whole, Leon oil and when them buy root oil. Salone people, I remember when they talk, like I came up and tell them about like the share price, how many shares Ruta been get, like the issued shares, and also like shares them where be pending, where they not be exercise it, and then like like the allotted shares. But like the allotted shares like different from like the issue shares. Like allotted shares now shares where you say this now the maximum amount of shares where we willing for offer, but it not necessarily mean say now they go offer all thing. So like since then they go allot like 1,000 shares, but they only issue like 800. So like anyway, so some people the point where they talk about Leon oil, no worth this, no worth this, that point they not too all water too much. The only thing is we need for audit them and check them properly the financial transaction. And also Salone people like some of the directors them, the non-exec directors them within Rutal at the time, most of them are Australians. Let's chase after them. That was the thing I was going to do, but it kind of like escaped me. A lot of people and the body and Kituboku. But let's chase, like, I think one of the chairman, I think, is Greg something. I'll pull out the name in my next studio and let you guys know. But you see, Salon people, that point for say Leon Oil, and I understand. And I make, if I remember, I come and tell una straight away, say, Leon Oil only get 24 stations. How did they afford for buy Rutal? However, for say they get 24 stations, or they don't get money, they don't make that much and all that. I only ask the question, but not necessarily mean say it's not possible. It is possible. Because like there is something where they call, where financiers and they call leveraged buyout. To some extent, like they get even in there when they call leverage buyout and management buyout, it's very, very similar. But with leverage buyouts, they do the word leverage, like Salone people just mean debt. So, like, even though I pull like Chocho Sayata, if I come up with good ideas, and then like Leon Oil come up with good ideas out there for Tolu Hotel, which I doubt, and like there is no doubt that wait make I ask this question now for make them know say we understand, and when we're ready for audit, whoever get for go audit them, this is a good clue for them. This is why, I just want to lecture very, very quickly about it. It not necessarily means say because Leon Oil not make enough money or not get enough revenue and all that in it means say it's not possible for make them buy out, Rutal. It's possible because it could well be that they bought Rutal from a leverage buyout where they go take significant debt for buyout Rutal. And I'm not giving them sense or I need to give them excuse. But as long as we do the audit properly, we will find out whether if na debt they go take, who that give them the debt. And not say right now what they talk they go there and plan, but with the bank they now. And this is the reason why they're illegal parliamentarian they go on source back. And by the way, my Binti Fona, every time I talk about parliamentarian, I mind the job to you. And I got to do audio specifically for you. May you look at Yekwi. You must tell me your position. Because I Yekwi, because Yekwi na Abuja. No. We need to take that. We need to take that. What is your position right now? That talk when you go talk na Abuja, if you truly believe that, you must act right now. You must act. But anyway, a lot of people. Let me just spend very quickly. So, the Leon Oil buying Rutal, even though Leon Oil is smaller, and for 100% it is confirmed that Leon Oil actually buy Rutal. However, where they source the money from, we can investigate it very, very quickly. Where did they source the money from? But it don't necessarily mean say if their revenue or whatever smaller past Rutal, they cannot do it. Yes, they can through something we call leverage buyout. But anyway, I just say, just so like we get for understanding people that are in game. and lock the game and make them know, say, we understand. Because when we do forensic investigation, trust me, there is nowhere to hide. But I just want to make them clear to una say, even though Leon Oil is smaller, they get 24 stations and all anything and Rutile made about $176 million, don't necessarily mean say, a smaller company cannot actually buy a bigger company. It is possible. It is possible. I just say for make that correction and make people understand. About Salone people, this promised land at the end, with this. The Joshua and the Caleb, the Caleb and the Yusha, they were purposeful, they were determined, they were focused on the word of God, the promise of God, the principles of God, the steps of God. So God decided for say, Caleb and Joshua, because my servant Caleb has a different spirit and follows me wholeheartedly. Sorry, I see somebody they call me in the office, but it's going past my time. I'll speak to them later. Yeah. You say, Salone people, you say, I will bring him into the land he went to, and his descendants will inherit it. Salone people, look, the reason why Caleb and Joshua, I'll speak to you in a bit, it is because they believe on the principle of God. Are you the Caleb, the Caleb? Are you the Joshua, the Yusha? And me Muslim brothers, now forgive me if I not pronounce them correctly. But Salone people, you, na Salone, what do you believe in? You just stay behind, like people no more they go and grumble Salone in Tiganga 1. The reason why Salone Tiganga, the people, the Israelites, for 40 years, now the wilderness, the reason why they were suffering, they were just following and grumble. They just grumble. But they don't actually believe in the promise of God. The two people that got the revelation, Joshua and Caleb and Yosha, they caught it. Moses begets the revelation. But Moses got frustrated along the line. Salone people, are you the Caleb? Are you the Joshua? When you see Salone, what do you see? What do you see? You see, like Caleb had a different attitude from other spies. Verse 30 of Numbers says, I think Numbers 13, it says, when the people complained that they could not go up to conquer the land, both Caleb and Joshua responded strongly. Joshua, son of Nun, and Caleb, son of Jephunneh, tore their clothes, they ripped their clothes, and said to the entire Israelite assembly, the land we passed through and explored is exceedingly good. If the Lord is pleased with us, you see, all waiting they were after for make God pleased with them. Stop the mourning and grumbling. Stop it. I'll call you back in a bit. Just give me 1 second. Stop it. Salone people, when I just hold on 1 second, can I pick this? Oh, okay. No. Stop it. Look, waiting, like they say. We went into the land to which you sent us. That then he carry reports back to Moses. And it does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruits. But the people who live there are powerful and the cities are fortified and very large. We even saw descendants of Anak there. This report frightened the people. What do you see? But Caleb had a different attitude from the other spies. Caleb silenced the people before Moses and said, we should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it. The attitude. What do you believe in? What do you see about Salone? Refuse. Refuse for follow the crowd. Stand tall. We can do it. We are going to do it in this our generation. Stop saying not to this generation. This generation, we dey do am makolong. We dey do am makolong. We dey do am. This generation can do it. Being Joshua, the Caleb, and the Joshua, the Yosha, and the Caleb. Refuse for talk negative. You see, the reason why is because, like, oh, not every generation, we complain. Because we know how to follow principles. We know how to adhere to principles. We can. Democracy must be restored. Not follow, oh, there are we. Now false prophets and now old prophets then. Ikabo. And then Christian them, like, I remember when we first talking the priest, when I think it was King Saul, where like Ikabo, where means say the spirit has departed. Some of these guys, I can't to them. The spirit don't depart from them. Ambule man, okay. Preach to I can't forget what you have here. I can't talk nonsense. Let me live on there. Be the Joshua and the Caleb. With Ambulem, this now on a program. Salone CashBox. And God bless you. And get a very, very good evening. Thank you very much.